locked in mid-age mode out. I hope everybody's doing well. Out for a Saturday morning ride. It's about 73 degrees. Humidity is starting to creep up. It's kind of an overcast day, but I'm still out on my bike. So I wanted to have a discussion, maybe start a discussion in the comments. I've got a well-versed, got a lot of motorcycle owners in there, I'm sure. A lot of people have told me that they own Streetfighters, the whole 9 yards. I know in the past videos I've said that I just can't justify the expense on an aftermarket exhaust, but I am considering one for this bike. Now, with that said, the Aftermarket exhaust for $5,000, a full exhaust, and then, I wouldn't put it on myself because you're ripping the whole bike apart. It's just not fun. It'll probably be about another $1,000, so I'm looking at about $6 grand. That's out. I just can't justify spending that money on an exhaust system. My CRF 250L is, $500. I'll pay cash for that. Buy that and then have an extra bike. I just can't for an exhaust. I'm not saying that I wouldn't love to. I think the exhaust is badass, and I'm envious of everyone that's got it. It looks good, sounds good, it's perfect size, it gives you gains, power gains, the whole 9 yards. Like I said, I can't justify that expense. I really just can't do it. It's just, I'm not going to do it. But there are some alternatives that are, around the $1,600 to $2,000, $2,100 range. And the three that I've kind of dwindled it down to is the Aero exhaust, the Termi exhausts, and the Zard. Zard is kind of new to me. It looks badass. I think it's an Italian-made exhaust, just like the Aero is, but it's really good looking. The noise it makes, based on what I'm hearing on the internet, is kind of, I'm still out. The jury's out, let's say. Of course, when you do that, you're going to need to do an up map, T800, I believe it is. They've got a map for each of them, and they've got two style maps. They either have the regular map, and that's the good one. They either have the regular map, which is just, for the exhaust, or the M-torque, I believe they call it. And what that does is supposedly open up first through third. It's kind of dampened on these bikes to make them a little more civil on the street. There are some videos online where they've done a comparison of the two, and as far as the torque curve, there's not a whole hell of a lot difference from what I can see. But I've also had people that have actually done the two, ridden them back to back, and have reported back that it makes a massive difference. It's like when people talk about the KTM Super Duke, they talk about just a mental motorcycle. It's a hooligan bike. It's this and that. And that's supposedly what doing that to this does. It opens it up and makes it, a wheelie monster and all that, kind of stuff. Now, I'm really not looking for that. I am, in my 50s. I'm a middle-aged guy, hence the name. I'm not saying anything negative. I do like to get out and ride hard, but I think that the bike is plenty for me as it is. So I probably will go with the lower map out of curiosity and end up spending the extra $250 and getting the other map. I don't know. But where I'm running into a dilemma mentally is, and it's been all over the map, that you get warranty issues. I know in the States that, the manufacturer or the dealer is required by law to prove that the change you made caused whatever result negatively happened to the motorcycle in order to not honor a warranty claim. But that's a whole big battle and that I'm really not prepared to get into. I really don't want to have to deal with any of that. I financially don't want to have to deal with anything like that. You're dealing with big pockets. And I don't want to get in a piston match with anyone over a repair. And these bikes are temperamental. I've had people kind of hit or miss. It's kind of a shame, you know. You think that in 2021 Ducati would get their shit together. They make a phenomenal bike, but they're just, you know, the little shit that happens to them just gets really annoying. But with that said, I'm not going to get around and rant about that. I love the bike immensely. But so, if you guys could throw in some input, I mean, I know that I'm dealing with, I'm speaking with people from all over the world, different states, different relationships with their dealers. I take everything with a grain of salt, but yet I do value your guys' opinion. You know, at least you may have an idea that I'm not thinking of. Now, I've read it in one of the forums that one gentleman was told that sure, you can put the aero exhaust and the up map on as long as this dealer does the work, which, you know, may be worth having them. It's a slip-on. It's not like they're taking the whole bike apart. But, you know, I'd personally rather do it myself. You know, this whole warranty thing is just really, I'm a very independent person. I want to do my own work on my own bike kind of guy. A little update, I am going to take this up and basically perform the first service, let them perform it, and do one extra oil change. I think I've decided on that. I'm going to run it for a while, and then I'm going to take it up, get the light turned off, have to go through the bike, and just get it documented on the record. Because I remember when I sold my Monster, I had gotten all the service done, and it was quick and easy. I dropped it off, they had the computer, they went through it, they, you know, looked the bike over to make sure everything was good, and they gave me the money that they offered, so because it was all serviced. I don't want to have to, you know, go through any of that. So this is kind of a ramble today. I'm kind of scatterbrained because, you know, it's been a while since I've been on the bike, and I'm kind of just wanting to really enjoy it. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and